Okay, so at this point, we've gone through and fully set up one service. Now, at this point, it's just a matter of duplicating steps 2 through 7 for the rest of your services. So we covered house washing. If you're in the exterior cleaning industry, you may also want to include options for pool deck cleaning, roof cleaning, patio cleaning, deck cleaning. The nice thing about exterior cleaning as a whole is that it's pretty straightforward industry. Like for pressure washing a patio, for example, odds are you're just going to need to know the material of the surface and the square footage. Now you can still do the upsells. Like you can add rust removal from patios as well, just like you could do with house washing. You can add, of course, you can add the measurement features, like I mentioned earlier, the AI measurement tool. But now that you know how the actual system works, adding your other formulas is pretty straightforward and simple, especially if you're using the quick edit tool. The only difficult part is thinking through what all variables you actually want to ask for. So here we set it up for house washing. And here I'll toggle this off. Now, one other side thing too, once you do start adding out a bunch of services, you may be in the process of working on a service, but you don't want customers to see it yet. You can simply just toggle it off, and then a customer will not be able to see it on your live form. So I just toggled off test. It would no longer be visible on the live form. You could toggle off any of these services you don't want customers to see. Now, if you choose an industry, it's going to pre-populate your account with the set services. You can adjust the formulas just like we covered with house washing. You can totally start from scratch. So let's see, I don't think we have an option here for fence cleaning. So I'll just briefly show you adding one for fence cleaning real quick. So I like to go with quick draft, and just like before, fence cleaning, ask for the length of the fence, the material with the options being wood, vinyl, and metal, and also ask if they want one side or both sides of the fence cleaned. Now we'll just go ahead and generate that formula. And okay, cool. So we got fence length, fence material, size to clean. And then it's going to build out their formula right there. Now it's just a matter of, and the cool thing when you do use the quick draft feature, it automatically fills out the name and the content and everything like that. Of course, you'd still have to turn on the measurement tool if you want that, and the upsells. And again, you could do upsells for fence cleaning too. Like if it's a wooden fence, you could upsell staining. Now, odds are if you do staining as a service, you may specialize in that. So that would be a primary service. So if you wanted to have deck staining or ceiling, you could add that as a primary service rather than just as an upsell. That's probably how I would do it personally. But here I showed that that's how quick and easy it is to get started. Then it's just a matter of going through it and customizing it how you want it. Do that for each of your services, and then we'll be ready to move on to the logic step.